Hello, welcome back to Doki Doki. It's kind of been a while since I personally recorded, since all of last week was kind of done pretty quickly, so I could focus on the Higurashi theory video. So it's been like 4 or 5 days, but I remember what's happening, and all the other videos have been posted, so I know apparently I missed a part of Monica's poems, the second one, but I'm sure once we do everyone else's route, we'll remember and read that one fully. Um, Nothing else really. I mean, thanks for all the comments. Obviously responding them to them all, but this is the weekend. This is Sunday. Um, and we are having Natsuki over to bake cupcakes with us. There's a choice between Monica and Yuri, though, and Natsuki, though apparently Monica's wasn't a thing. But I mean, I'll just click it anyways then for the next playthrough. But yeah, Natsuki time. You know what? I like Natsuki. She's cool. Also, we haven't really had any special Natsuki scenes because of we've been bouncing around. Though after whatever happens at the end of this, I'll do like full dedication to each girl and see where that takes us. But for now, we'll just continue on. I mean, since I might as well just bounce around though. I still think Sayori is my favorite, so I might just go with her to the end anyways and see how that goes. But yeah, let's see what happens in our baking time with Natsuki. Still a little spooky. I feel like Sayori's gonna show up, and it'll either be fun or awkward. So yeah, let's just continue. It's already Sunday. Actually, funny enough, it's actually Sunday today when I'm recording. Definitely not, wasn't planned. It's a coincidence. Blessed. I was thinking of not even recording tonight, but just I'm a little sleepy. But this is actually a sign. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. Alright. It was my brain's at 90% right now. Or that's generous, 85. So I'm actually pretty top shape. That was just me not reading the full sentence. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. What do you mean? She's already the cute one. Well, kind of. I kind of find Sayori's personality to fall more under cutesy. But yeah, in the poem-wise, she's a cute one. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Well, okay. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Jeez. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. I'm getting bad vibes. I feel like this is the first time I've actually gotten like bad vibes. Though I think this might actually be a bait because it seems way too sudden because we're gonna be baking cupcakes with Natsuki after, so it doesn't really make sense for this to be a spooky scene. But the lack of joyful music is getting me tense. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori, yo, look at that cow. And the bird. The cow's cute, the bird's a little cursed. Got a calendar. I wish I used a calendar. I honestly should, but I don't. It's honestly looking a little more normal, plainer. I don't know. I thought it would be a little funkier, but this is actually like more my style. Well, if you looked at the state of my room now, my room is definitely more funkier, but whenever I actually get a real room, then it would probably look pretty sleek. You know, couple of arbitrary plants freshen up the room. Sorry, I'm stalling. Not scary at all. The black screen was just because they didn't want to draw the house. No, I'm joking. They didn't need to, but that definitely made it a little tense. I wonder what would have happened if you didn't choose her at all, or you went full with her. So many curiosity. Perfect. That's what I wanted to say. Hi, Aiden. Squidly. I sit down in her room. We got casual clothes, Sayori. That's rare. I will see casual Natsuki too. I dig it. Still rocking the bow. Respectable. It's identifying factor, huh? Mini bow. Well, it's a big bow, but we know who the big bow is. Some shorts, pink top, fresh. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. Ehehe. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. She has no wall decorations, Aiden. You tripping. Unless the calendar's a direct. Honestly, when I had a calendar, it was just looking cool. It's literally nothing marked in it. Though she has stuff marked. Actually, I don't even get what this. I'm guessing that's just like a whole month is scribbled out. So that's just a couple week break, but it's kind of weird. Other days are circled. Sorry, I'm totally lost. Lods? Not gonna lie, Higurashi has spoiled me for just scrolling up for Lods. It's actually a blessed feature. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? How did you know? Who's snitching? We didn't have to worry at all. I still feel like if you said Yuri, bad things might have happened just because of the promise we made. I guess if we were going full Yuri route, it wouldn't matter anyways. Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayuri smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Aiden. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have to be been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Ihihi. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. I mean, it sounds kind of like melodramatic, but at the same time, I do feel like that's something a depressed teenager would say. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah ha ha. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Aiden. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seen what? What are you talking about, Sayori? Ehehe. You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Aiden? I just have no choice this time. The thing is, I've really had bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? I didn't know you were like depressed your whole life, but from the second poem, since you didn't have a third poem, it did sound like you're trying to be happier than you are. Or like just to make other people happy. So that sounds kind of depressing, but it's pretty serious. Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Honestly, this is semi-relatable. I mean, I wouldn't say I've had depression. I mean, obviously not clinically depressed, but you definitely have those days, especially during high school. Even now, I'm still I'm pretty lofty. It's like, I literally don't really want to do anything with my life besides just consuming entertainment. So it's like well, I guess for Sayori it'd be like a teenage life crisis. I'm a young adult, so a young adult life crisis. But yeah, I don't particularly think I'm very good at many things, nor am I interested in literally doing like anything really. So it's like maybe I'm not feeling as bad as Sayori, but I kind of understand what she's feeling. Maybe that's why I like Sayori. We're secretly in sync, even though I didn't really know she felt like that at all. It's just more bonus points. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? Well, I don't actually feel like this. I felt more like, why do my thoughts was like, why do anything that's not fun, right? That was more my thoughts. I guess it's more, I don't know, different. But I still feel connections. That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me and just not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Aiden. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would waste effort caring for me instead of doing important things. Jesus. This is making me depressed. From a teenager. Again, it's like, I can see a teenager saying this, but I can literally say anyone saying this of every age. Well, not a kid, because obviously a kid wouldn't have these. Well, I shouldn't say that, but I don't think they would have experienced enough life to even consider these thoughts. But yeah, this is making me sad. Dude, I thought this was gonna be a fun cupcake episode. Then like midway through the episode, it might get a little weird with Sayori, but this is just depression. Hopefully we get cheered up by cupcakes. And also, if Mr. High School Aiden doesn't invite Sayori to bake cupcakes with Natsuki, then I don't know what you're doing. Well, I mean, she needs to help Monica, but just literally just do it at our place, right? We have a computer. We better have a computer. Yeah. if you just say, like, if you just leave her after this, that will be. Though this our character does seem to care, so that's good. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Satoshi'd. Ahaha. That's why I want so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and getting closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So you probably valued us more than you thought you did. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Ahaha. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Aiden. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that you could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. Hell yeah, this is super dramatic. This is definitely a drama. But I love this stuff. Even though I've stopped watching J-dramas, if you've seen the content on my channel, obviously I've been binging them for like a good year almost. But I finally slowed down. But I do love this stuff. It's always fun for me. Yo, we're getting a CG. Bless me, Aiden. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. Yo. I like how Aiden also realized this, because at the beginning he was pretty, he was almost, like, it almost seemed like he didn't care at all about Sayori. Found her annoying, but, you know, typically with that, it usually ends up caring more than that, so, in stories. I wouldn't have it any other way. Aiden. Still a little chills whenever I read my name like that. It's okay though. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Honestly, no, I won't say it. I'll leave it for for later, not to deter anyone. But, yeah. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sari's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Aiden, Sari barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But all I want is for her to know I care. If you have to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. I don't think we're getting no CG. Unlucky. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sari finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Aiden. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. This is... Oh man. I feel like we're gonna have a struggle between having like a sad Sayori versus a Natsuki, happy Natsuki thumbnail. It's really cursed. Sari lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? Okay, quick pause. Quick hydration. Yo, I'm surprised this is happening because you were playing ball pretty much the whole time. Maybe it was just the ordering or something? Or does this just happen if you go for all three? Not that I'm complaining. I was kind of wanted this. It's what I want. I promise. I think it would be nice then. Yeah. Sari wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? Well, at least you asked. It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sari and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sari is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. Well, I think you moved the needle a little bit, so that's good. That was a good interaction. That was a good scene in general. God damn. It's been a pretty fun experience so far. And, through the whole playthrough. I spend only a few minutes back home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know that she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. It's casual clothes. Let's see what she's rocking. Frilly pink skirt. It's very cutesy. Little cat on her shirt. I'm digging it. I don't know how I feel about these. Is that a part of the shirt? It looks. I guess it is because of that color. But it looks pretty dope. Obviously, still rocking the ribbons. You can't change the hair. Blasphemy. So, hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than a school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make it so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Yo, it's our house. Look at our kitchen, Jesus. It's so well, I don't know if it's that fancy, but it looks very cool. Just look at the decor and the size. I mean, I don't know about the size. It's just a room. It's probably as big as mine, but it's for looking very spiffy. Allergy season, forgive me. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't well equipped for the job. Great thinking. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different from outside of the school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bait from me? Where's your hospitality, Aiden? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bait Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. Ahaha. I carried that all the way here. She's strong too. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. Ehehe. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey. Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, jeez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are you getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her word and her face turns red. Natsuki. It's okay, Natsuki. It's not the outside that counts, it's the inside. Forget it. I mean that kind of sounded like a diss to her appearance, but that's literally not what I meant. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you're trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Yeah, I'm sure everyone has their preferences. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. Ahaha. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Aiden. Well, I feel like if anyone called me gross, well, I mean, I wouldn't care if they're close to me, but if like some like semi-close. So somebody, like semi-close, not like too close, told me gross. Then that would kind of stink, even if it was just a joke. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, then there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bed so we can start. Start baking. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Aiden, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. That's a cute idea. Colored cupcakes, dude. Respectable. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. That does look pretty cool. See? So like baking is all about following instructions. I'm definitely I mean, I want to be better at cooking in general, but I'm definitely a follow instruction guy for pretty much everything, except for pasta. I just like tougher pasta, so I always like boil it like a minute or two less. But in general, I'm a hard instruction guy because my mom like almost never follows instructions, and they always end up like burnt or something. So it's kind of been like nailed into me, like follow instructions or because I've seen what happens when you don't, I guess is what I was trying to say. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes light up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayuri and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay, never mind. I was gonna take a muted water break, but the button wasn't going, so that's alright. See, once you've pressed it a couple times, the failure makes me not thirsty anymore. We were using an electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. The icing's still a lumpy. You're not whisking hard enough, Aiden. Come on. Are you even trying? You gotta whisk hard. I suck at whisking in general, but I try. If I'm not good at something in cooking, like, well, I don't know, like whisking and stuff, I just whisk for like an extra minute more or something. Just put extra time, even if you're not good at it. Then, well, yeah, it'll just take a bit longer, a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. What? We have nice fingers. Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I started fighting back, trying to inch my finger towards the ball. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross. You cut it on my face. Damn, I was expecting a CG, a tumbling CG. I'm being spoiled. But come on, spoil me a little bit. Whose fault is that? Just let me stick my finger in the icing. There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. Oh, don't do it, Aiden. Don't do it. It's too much for me. I don't want to read it. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Oh, never mind. I thought we were gonna wipe it off her face. That would have been too much for me to read. Natsuki instead wipes it off her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. We're having a food fight. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Yo, never CG. I mean, we have to use the CG. It's not fair. Sorry, sad Sayori, but I'm happy right now. Let's be happy. This looks adorable. With the snail tooth. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Okay, dude. Come on. Really? I would actually die if I would do that in real life. That's too much. I feel like Rena right now. Heads exploding. Jesus. Just imagining this scene. It's too much. It's too much cuteness. Ooh, now we have options. I kind of like the other one better. This one's... It's too much. Makes you wanna hawoo. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Aiden, you really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls, unless you really like them. That's it. That's a nice face, though. Aiden, we literally just had this heartfelt moment with Sayori where we like hugged her and said we would spend the day with her at the thing. Then we're doing this with Natsuki. It's ambitious. I don't hate it, but you know that, right? It's gonna feel so good just going through one route where you feel not guilty about anything. That's gonna feel good. Just one girl. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me? Just like that. How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I noticed her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? It's an awkward position to let go of the wrists. Eh? Out of nowhere, a fire alarm starts going off. The fire alarm. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Success. Whoa, not for them, for me. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. Come on, Aiden. I would never leave. I'm always just super cautious of like the oven and stuff. It just spooks me, man. I always like double check it before I like turn it on for a tray. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. That's also true, Natsuki. Gotta be extra careful. Not that it's like super bad, but yeah. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stopped. Actually, BRB. Okay, that was... No. I thought I heard something spooky, but just because it's late, I'm hearing things. Good sign. Adds to the atmosphere. Also, the train passed, but obviously I wasn't hearing my good friend Mr. Train. He just brings me joy now. Not annoyance. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. It was an awkward moment, Atsuki. I don't blame you. Yeah. The tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads. But the moment has already been lost. Don't worry, we'll reclaim that moment in the future. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. I mean, this is your fault, high school Aiden. Who does that? Who lets the icing off a girl's fingers? That's not your girlfriend. It's just awkward. Batu. Looks like we're resetting the mood. Aha, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all are. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. I wish I was good at art, like drawing and stuff, but I have no talent at all. It is just not there for me, unfortunately. So hopefully high school Aiden doesn't take after me. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. I see. It's like the icing in the bag. Then you have like a little nozzle. Oh, I understand. I've never used them, but I can picture them. Honestly, this is inspiring me to bake stuff. All I've ever baked was like cookies or like frozen stuff. It definitely makes you want to, but then once you like get it prepped, then you're like, do I actually want to? And then the answer is probably gonna be no, but if I did, I wouldn't regret it. It's the challenge of my life. It's like you want to do something, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to do it, but do I really? And then I usually choose no, and I kind of still want to do it. What's this one for? I picked up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. That's actually smart. Kind of. Just do good words, don't do something dumb. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like. Ooh. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so it's actually a good idea. Good thinking, high school Aiden. You're definitely a lot more sharper and charismatic than I was in high school. That's for sure. Maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. You are definitely cute. That is actually like, especially with your casual outfit on, I think that word just fits you perfectly. Come on. We're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Eh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle onto each of the beads. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about it before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing and then we each get to work. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Ooh, I wish I could have one now. What? We should have baked at least one for each of us for completing them. I thought that was just normal. Get a bonus prize. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Ahaha. Sayuri's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. And she would still eat dinner. That's me, I didn't eat before dinner. I literally just, well, I went out for dinner today, but I was, munching on some chips and a nectarine before going out. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Well, I mean, I wasn't munching on 10 cupcakes, so I guess that's the difference. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we could have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that then. It's not like you always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayuri each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. Ahaha. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayuri earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayuri always does listen to me, but at that point it feels like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. It's with the I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? I mean, I think you took a pretty solid step to get closer. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Also, we're not aiming for Natsuki. Get your priorities straight in. Don't kiss her or something in front of the yard where Sayuri can peek through the window. That would be cursed. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. Eh? What you said before about not always having this chance. I mean, why not? We can meet again. I don't mind. Read some manga. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, why not? I want to spend more time with you. Just don't be playing with every girl's heart, Aiden, or it's just gonna end bad. I mean, it's kind of my fault for jumping around, but still. Aiden, I thought you only cared about getting this done. Ooh, I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so. It's a close-up. A low-definition close-up. But I liked it. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. No, Aiden, I warned you about this. Sayori's trying to see through the window. And that's bad vibes. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently touch at the side of my shirt as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes filled my vision along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel something soft breathing against me. This is cursed. I mean, it's not cursed. This is absolutely... It's another Hua moment. I felt it for a while now. Interesting. I mean, we didn't interact with you earlier, but I'm glad. It's our charm. Atsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Eh? Oh my god, this actually happened, dude. This is cursed. Imagine, like, after having that hurtful talk with Sayori, she comes up and sees this. I feel bad for her. Bad vibes. Hi, Hayden. Sayori? Just now we weren't... Ehehehe. It's okay, Aiden. I just stopped by to say hi. Well... You should have come a little earlier. Dude, the no music is actually cursed. I'm getting chills, but I also have the air conditioning on, so I don't know if it's that. I think this is pretty much that too, but it's adding on to it. Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Zooming. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries up and Sari waves goodbye. She really just zoomed across the screen. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. Well, I'm sure this didn't help your imagination. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Aww. That you've made such good friends. It's amazing how depressing and how, like, adorable this episode has been. Like, complete opposite spectrums. That's all that matters to me. Tears start rolling down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Aiden? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Aiden. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before, what was Monica right about his... if we just interpret that, it seems really bad. Big Bo? Please don't say it's true. What I said before, it's true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Well, if it's what if I think what Monica was going to say, it actually, like, sadly enough, it made sense with, like, her poems. Kind of. My interpretation of her poems, anyways. But that's bad mojo. Super bad mojo. We need to be careful. I warned high school Aiden. He didn't take my advances. Well, we didn't have a choice, but it's a very unlucky situation. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm trying to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. How do you say these things? How do you say these things, Aiden? But I really think these are probably good jabs at her heart. Start making it beat again. But sorry, let's away. I'm just saying, for the rest of this playthrough, I'm gonna go Sayori options. So feel safe, Sayori. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Aiden. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Aiden, I liked you so much that I want to die. Stop. This is too awkward, dude. Imagine, like, the thing with Natsuki just followed by this. How do I decide? That's how I feel. I mean, it's Sayori, but, like, it's still just... It's too much. It's too much for me. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I slid my hand down Sayori's arm and squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give it to you. What does she need, Aiden? Yo! Cursed! 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 What are you making me do? Cursed! I hate it. What do we choose? Do we go for the love? I feel like love is the right answer. I feel dearest friend is cursed because she literally just had this conversation. But like, we're gonna choose love later in the full Sayori route. Let's hard friend zone her. We're playing ball, boys. Let's try dearest friend, though. Don't worry, Sayori. We're gonna hit you with the love eventually. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. That is not what I would choose. Come on, Aiden. This is actually hard friend zoning, but that's alright. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me. Maybe it wasn't meant as a bad thing. It just reads as a bad thing so much. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been, which means... But that's like not even a good statement. Like, how can you say that after her talking about her being depressed all her life? But I think we meant it in a good way. Don't misunderstand. Please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Ha 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 ha. That was definitely the wrong answer, but we're cursed this run anyways. Oh my god, I don't want to do this. Never mind. No, we already chose it. Fuck me. I hate it. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, we might as well get this, like, slightly bad option out of the way. Because we're gonna choose love in the full Sayori route. But I hate this. I hate this. No, let's just do it. Get all the content. I'm sorry. I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? Sorry, high school Aiden. I'm doing this for content, not for your life right now. For being selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I can get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing, you're also right that I just wanted to go back the way it was. I realize that now. I'm actually like hurting. This is so bad. You really do know me better than anyone, Aiden. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sarah's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. Scream. I don't want to scream. Touching her head on both hands, she screams as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. It's the explosion of emotions that I love and stuff. Though I'm not feeling great right now. She zoomed. Sari looked over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori, you fucked up everything. Let's go. I'm left helpless standing in front of my house. Just a reminder that I hated that. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? This is actually like horrible. You should be feeling horrible about this. There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sari through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sari's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sari will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. That was so cursed. I hated that. But we're not. You don't know how much I wanted to go back and say the other one. God damn it. Well, there's no chapters, but this session is definitely my favorite. Holy shit. It was actually a roller coaster. From depressing to like super fun times to some haboo times to that to me choosing the bad option and Sayori on purpose to I don't know. I'm sad. that is actually bad vibes. Definitely not a way I really wanted to end the episode, but it's okay. We'll get over it. Like I said, once we're done, everyone's gonna get all the love they can in their own route, so we'll do that next time. But thank you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I guess we're not having a poem ranking of the day. But yeah, I'll see you guys Thursday. Next episode should be interesting. Natsuki likes us, and she thinks we confessed to her when it was more like a invitation to be friends, I think, and Sayori's, I don't know, Sayori's not doing well. And it's pretty much our fault, so yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you have a better day than high school Aiden did. Well, yeah. And see you guys soon, hopefully. Thanks for watching, and bye.